So I've noticed that the kind of evolution of elves, or I should say like elf romantic partners through the 3 games, you have Zivran, who's like flirtatious elf, and then you have Fenris, who's like moody brooding elf, and then you have Solas, who's like sensual elf.
Yeah, it's like
sensual spirit elf.
You don't really get that he's sensual at first until you get to know him.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh no, I'm a freak.
Oh yeah.
I'm
yeah,
all
baby.
the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
At your order.
I wasn't talking to you.
The papers you found on the Red Lyrium smugglers were exactly what we needed. We have the location of the Red Templar's main supply of lyrium. You'll never guess where.
You sound pleased.
Oh, baby boo, I'll kill anybody for you.
Wherever it is, you seem happy about it.
I have cause. Sarnia, you've already dealt with the Red Templars there.
That was Samson's Red Lyrium supply.
The past tense is apt. We should send some people to sift through what's left. With some luck, we can track the shipments from the quarry to Samson's headquarters.
He's so, like, happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my god, my girlfriend, she's so competent. She did the thing I needed her to do.
There you are.
Bye, no.
Right?
Is there anything I should know?
Only that I'm never playing cards again. I still can't find my... It doesn't matter.
What?
Varric taught me into that.
I liked watching you lose.
I like so watching you get naked.
That's too bad. Watching you lose made me want to play cards more often.
I do not need help embarrassing myself in front of you.
You were blushing. It was adorable.
Maker's breath.
Love it.
Is there anything I should know?
Sarah brought me a piece of cake. She thought I looked hungry.
Why are you telling me this?
Because it was either an act of kindness or a trap. I was hoping you knew which.
Now I'm like, wait, was it nice or it was some sort of joke? You looked hungry for snatch. What? Hold on.
Oh my god, I could totally picture
Wait,
her doing that.
maybe-
Because she's really playful, so she was like, you look hungry. You a little thirsty, too?
Your girlfriend came up to me because she tried to propose something. I was kind of pissed at first, but now I thought about it.
And I think you should have your cake and eat it, too.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
He was like, did you go up to Sarah and propose something? No, unless you're into it, then yes. But if not, definitely not.
Depends. Are you down?
Are you mad that I asked that?
Is there anything I should know?
Creating Inquisition footholds outside Skyhold has strengthened our reputation. People view us as a stabilizing force. We've received a number of recruits eager to pledge themselves to our cause.
Is there anything I should know?
Many of our recruits viewed the Grey Wardens as heroes. Blackwall's presence is helpful. Knowing there's one warden immune to corruption has given people hope. Corypheus's grasp is not inescapable.
Is there anything I should know?
There are fewer arguments between our Templar and Mage recruits than when we started. I've seen them trading stories, building one another up for the fight to come. I pray this won't be lost when their common enemy is gone.
So when he said there's fewer fights now, what I pictured was like at the very beginning they get them all into like the cafeteria and like the mages are sitting at one table and the Templars are sitting at another table and they're like and then all of a sudden somebody throws a grape and then it's just like food fight, like food flying everywhere, and then Cullen comes in and he's like, guys, seriously? This
Grow
is
up.
food. Like,
grow up.
What are you doing?
And then one day, one of the Templars asked if he could sit next to one of the mages. And she's like, okay. And then there's like all this forbidden love happening.
Yeah.
Because I was reading that like mages are allowed to be more sexually free than others because there's no expectations on them.
So the mages are just like, yeah, whatever, man.
All the Templars are like really strict and they have vows of chastity and they see all the mages doing all this freaky shit.
Woohoo!
Because Templars are never supposed to like really interact with mages. They're just supposed to sit there and stare at them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're always watching mages doing all like the weird stuff. And they're like, don't worry about the Templars. They like watching.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, wait, we're not bound by oaths anymore. We can get in that shit. Let's go!
Is there anything I should know?
I believe Dagna has settled in well. She's certainly very cheerful.
Is that a bad thing?
I'm concerned she'll cheerfully blow up Skyhold with one of her experiments. The risk is small at present.
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
Okay, bye.
All right.
That's
That was a
all
lot
for
of
now.
things.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
I got some requirements.
I got some requirements if you want to deal with those.
Put out already, Cullen. Jesus Christ. How many quests have I done for you? It's just like the friend zone.
Hey,
If
have
I
we
do
talked
a lot...
to him yet?
Ooh, Solas?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta do his quest, but I need to talk to Liliana to activate something.
Okay.
Inquisitor. I have been thinking. You remember everything now, yes? The explosion at Haven, the Fade, escaping the breach. In your report, you said Justinia was with you. But only you emerged in the end. Why? Why were you the only survivor?
She saved me.
Yeah, that seems like the best way to remember her.
Well, that is the way.
She knew it was either her or me. And she wanted me to live. Of course. Of course she did. That's just like her. Her message to me. I failed you too. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Did she say anything else? Anything at all? Please, if you remember.
I'm sorry, but no.
I'm sorry, Liliana. That was it. There are no answers in the Fate. Only illusions. A warped mirror. Justinia has never failed me. I was her left hand. Now she's dead. I failed her.
She is, like, so broken up about this.
I feel bad.
I expected
What?
the hero Ferelden to be at Adamant, but she was not with the other wardens. She studied the Blight after killing the Archdemon, and may know something that could help us. If you like, I can have agents look for her.
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds like a wise choice. I'll make preparations in the war room. Now, was there anything else?
If you do that mission, the warden sends back a letter, depending on whatever you did in Origins. I read the letter out loud in one of the previous episodes in the end slates. If you didn't read it, listen to it, well, that's on you. Because you're not listening to my awesome stuff, so bye. I hate you.
Anything I should know? It seems that the Orlesian army is awaiting our next move. Some of the generals are sympathetic to our cause, others are still suspicious. Our actions are under a great deal of scrutiny.
Well, they're a bunch
I'll leave
of
you to your
turds.
work.
They're Frenchmen. They're never gonna really decide if they
They're
want
like,
to.
what are you doing in those pajamas going everywhere?
They're called power pajamas, thank you.
Yeah. Jump.
So Varric knew where the champion was all along. That's the last time we sent Cassandra to interrogate.
Oh,
I'll leave you
burn.
to your work. I didn't get the chance to say so earlier, but welcome back to Skyhold. After that terrible journey through the Fade, it must feel good to stand on solid ground again, no? I'm thankful to be back. No one should enter the Fade physically. And you've done it twice now. Shall I count you fortunate or unfortunate? I'll leave you to your work.
Yes?
Your lost books have been found.
Your assistance in this matter will not be forgotten, I assure you. How may I help you? Do you need something, my dear?
What are your thoughts about the others in the Inquisition?
I don't know what to make of Solas. So much knowledge and so little personal history. I find that peculiar, don't you?
He is peculiar.
How may I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Circle of Magi.
Of course. What do you wish to know?
Ugh.
You must have an opinion of the Templars after living so long in the Circle.
Having opinions about Templars, my dear, is exactly like having opinions about mages or Navarrans or men. I have known some who were impossible to endure and some who were utterly charming. I have suffered insults at the hands of those in the armor, but no more than I endured from nobles or tradesmen in Val Royal. Personally, I have found the Templars a useful tool, skilled at keeping more unpleasant elements at bay.
If the Circle disbanded, how can you still belong to it?
The Circle is an idea, my dear, and an idea cannot be dissolved. Many of the first enchanters voted for rebellion, caring little that anything short of a unanimous decision would pit mage against mage. Rather than dissolving it, Grand Enchanter Fiona's vote split the Circle in two. The rebels follow her, the loyalists follow me.
Interesting.
If you led all the Loyalists, why are you only First Enchanter and not Grand Enchanter?
Grand Enchanters are elected, and since there are no First Enchanters besides myself, no vote can be held. I could name myself Grand Enchanter, but the title holds no meaning now. When the circles are restored, that will change.
What was it like to live in a Circle?
My dear, your question is the root of all problems with mages. I cannot tell you. Every circle was different. Their Templars were different, their politics unique. And every person within each tower had an experience of circle life unique to themselves. Some people suffered and some were content. Some were cruel, some compassionate, and some indifferent. The same is true of people everywhere, in all circumstances, whether they are mages or not.
I would imagine she'd get very sick and tired of people asking questions like that. Because she's like, I don't know. That's like asking, what is it like to be a woman? There's
What's it like to be a woman?
There's
I don't know.
fucking millions of us. Like, we don't really...
Excuse me, ambassador to the women of the world. I'm like, hold on, guys.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
So tell me about your personal experience with the Circle.
I enjoyed life in the Montsimard Circle, my dear. It was an edifice devoted to knowledge and refinement. And mages need the company of other mages. No one else can truly understand the challenges we face, nor see the world as we do.
You must have been under constant supervision, being forced by Templars to live in the tower. Was that hard to endure?
My dear, I have a suite in the palace and a wing at my dear Duke Bastien's estate. I've never been forced to live anywhere. Most circles allowed mages to live away from the tower, either on their own or in service to the nobility. All that was required was permission from the first enchanter. Some circles were harsher in their restrictions. Kirkwall was the worst, but it was the exception. Most were quite permissive, perhaps too permissive in retrospect.
How did we come to this state with the Circles in revolt?
A failure of perspective that infected Circle leadership. Mages lived solely in a world of Templars and mages. They could not even imagine what was beyond the tower walls. Kirkwall gave the world a reason to remember its fear of magic. A mage killed hundreds with a snap of their fingers. Across Thedas, a new tangible fear of magic grew. Commoners and nobles alike called out to the Chantry for protection. But the malcontents in the towers thought nothing of this. They cared only for themselves and for their anger at the new Templar restrictions. When a mage attempted to assassinate Divine Justinia, again, the mages protested the investigation. The leadership chose to vote on independence based on the intolerable conditions imposed by the Templars, sparing no thought to the fact that magic was more feared in the aftermath of these attacks than it had been since Tevinter's day. So long as they had their freedom, they could care little for riots, angry mobs, or about pitting mages against each other.
This is my whole life.
So much.
Are you familiar with Grand Enchanter Fiona?
We've met. Before her horrendously ill-timed and selfish vote for independence,
Horrendous.
I thought her adequate at her job. In her dotage, she could not handle looking after the well-being of so many people. We would have done better to replace her years ago, to let her spend time gardening.
Okay.
Did they have cause to rebel?
In the aftermath of their terrorist attacks? Was that really the most opportune time to break away? By all means, protest abuses by the Templars. Just don't do it in a way that says mages support wholesale murder. By voting when they did, my colleagues all but declared war upon the ordinary people of Thedas. A war in which we are outnumbered 100 to 1.
I thought the fighting was only between mages and Templars. Why are mages fighting mages?
The vote for independence was carried by only a small margin, but Fiona chose to let the motion stand. Those who opposed a rash declaration of war against the entire free world had little choice. By breaking from the Chantry when they did, the rebels declared themselves in support of mass murder. Anyone who did not wish to support terrorism and the slaughter of innocents was forced to take arms against the rebels.
What are we doing?
We are going to do Soulless Quest.
Yay! Did they say acquired or Legion throne accessory?
Yeah, like I had to... That's why our thrones look so badass. Because I had to go... Meh!
Oh, why is it? It's like in there, but...
Yeah, there we go.
Ugh.
Got it. It's like a clit or something. Sorry. Nope. Don't make those jokes. It's
What?
weird.
Oh my god. Just gotta spread everything apart.
I was recording those end slates and I was talking about demons in the Fade. And then my dad walks in on me as I'm saying like weird demon names and how I'm praising them.
Oh my god.
And he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go away now.
Huh?
And I was like, my dad thinks I'm worshipping the devil now. Oh yeah, this is our dragon armor now. I killed 10 dragons in case you guys are wondering why I suddenly have one of the best bows in the game and crazy awesome armor.
This is our old crew. The original crew.
It is?
Yeah,
Oh my
very
God.
Cassandra and Solas.
Thank you for this, Inquisitor. We are not far from where my friend was summoned.
Keeping it OG.
Yep.
My friend.
Oh, okay.
Ah!
The mages turned your friend into a demon.
Yes.
You said it was a spirit of wisdom, not a fighter.
A spirit becomes a demon when denied its original purpose.
So they summoned it for something so opposed to its own nature that it was corrupted. Fighting.
Who are you?
Let us ask them.
A mage! You're not with the bandits? Do you have any lyrium potions? Most of us are exhausted. We've been fighting that demon.
You summoned that demon! Except it was a spirit of wisdom at the time. You made it kill! You twisted it against its purpose!
I understand how it might be confusing to someone who has not studied demons, but after you help us, I can...
Solas.
We are not here to help you.
Solas is smarter than you are. Yes, exactly.
Word of advice. I'd hold off on explaining how demons work to my friend here.
Listen to me. I was one of the foremost experts in the Kirkwall
Shut up.
Up.
Thank
You
you.
summoned it to protect you from the bandits.
Yes.
You bound it to obedience, then commanded it to kill. That is when it turned. The summoning circle. We break it, we break the binding. No orders to kill, no conflict with its nature, no demon.
What? The binding is the only thing keeping the demon from killing us. Whatever it was before, it is a monster now.
You don't
You're
know.
Christopher, please!
Usually I'd totally be agreeing with this other guy, but because Solas wants this, I'm totally think you're stupid.
Yeah.
I've studied rituals like this. I should be able to disrupt the binding quickly.
Thank you. We must hurry!
What a fucking idiot. Oh yeah, we're just gonna summon a spirit and like make it defend us. And I'm a demon expert. Is Solas is like, I'm sorry. No,
what did you just say to me?
No, you're clearly not. Whoa.
Yeah, I got some new powers.
Yeah.
Lethaline, Mirabelas.
Tel Abalos en Asel Atalim. Mamilava Halani. Malasuladinadas. Magilani Mitanam.
Manuvinen.
If you play as a human, you don't understand what they're saying.
Oh.
Dareth Shara.
I heard what it said. It was right. You did help it.
Now, I must endure.
Let me know if I can help.
He's like, really?
You already have. All that remains now is them.
Thank you. We would not have risked a summoning, but the roads are too dangerous to travel unprotected.
But,
You tortured and killed my friend.
We didn't know it was just a spirit. The book said it could help us.
the book! I would let him do it, but...
I mean, we've already killed like 1 million people. We may as let him
Let
do
him
it.
have his thing. Besides, we don't know what they would do if
Damn
they were
them
to-
all. I need some
He
time
sets them
alone.
aflame!
I will meet you back at Skyhold.
Besides, if these people are stupid enough to go summoning spirits and turning them into demons, like...
Apparently, he was the world-class demonologist, but summoning
From-
demons at all seems
Yeah,
like
but from Kirkwall, okay? You know what they do in Kirkwall?
First of all, they had the circle of magi on top of a giant lake of blood. So I think that you guys don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So goodbye. After this, we're gonna go to a palace party.
Ooh, a fancy party?
Yeah, seriously, it's a fancy party level.
Do we get to dress up?
Yeah. And then Cullen's there, and all these bitches are like all up on his dick, and guys too.
They're all like, hi, what's up?
Guys and girls are all like,
Oh, is
hey.
it in Orlais?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
why.
they're
Because
all
Orlais
like-
is all like, woo!
Let's do it. And he's like, no.
They're like, let's
Go
do
away.
this thing. And he's like, pretty sure that, no, that's my girlfriend over there. And they're like, oh, her too? Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. And he's like, wait, hold on. You
That's
can
not,
do
that's
that?
not what I meant.
Wait, there can be more than 2? Of course there can, Cullen.
Mm.
We need to get you away from the Chantry for a bit.
Yeah. Is there no 3-way option in this game?
I haven't found it yet, but, if anyone can find it, it's me.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we should give him a hug.
Inquisitor.
I'm glad you returned.
How are you, Solas?
It hurts. It always does. But I will survive.
Thank you for coming back.
You were a true friend. You did everything you could to help. I could hardly abandon you now.
Where did you go?
I found a quiet spot and went to sleep.
Did you eat any Haagen-Dazs?
I visited the place in the Fade where my friend used to be. It's empty. But there are stirrings of energy in the void. Someday something new may grow there.
Found a quiet spot and went to sleep.
He's like,
seems
I
really
went to sleep with some chubby hubby.
I turned on Netflix and just
Watched
laid
Bridget
in-
Jones's Diary and ate Ben & Jerry's.
It's pretty intense.
What happens when a spirit dies?
It isn't the same for mortals. The energy of spirits returns to the Fade. If the idea giving the spirit form is strong, or if the memory has shaped other spirits, it may someday rise again.
You're saying your friend might come back?
No, not really. A spirit's natural state is peaceful semi-existence. It is rare to be able to reflect reality. Something similar may reform one day, but it might have a different personality. It would likely not remember me. It it would not be the friend I knew.
If they both speak Elvish, how come they speak to each other in English?
Maybe they're just, for everybody else that's listening. They're
Oh
just,
yeah, it might seem rude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
they're
know
like,
what I mean? Because it's like...
what are those two elves talking about? Like...
Are they, like Blackwall sitting there like, are they talking about me? I don't care.
But are they?
But are they?
Takes out a book.
Mm.
Dictionary, like, are they? No, they're just talking about
No, they're
spirits.
just talking about whatever.
I'll let you get back to work.
What
All
they
right.
want to watch on Netflix.
Thank you again.
Can you imagine? They both start speaking in Elvish so that nobody can understand what they want to watch on Netflix later.
Have you seen that new K-drama? Yeah, don't let anyone
Yeah,
know.
it's so good, but don't tell anybody, okay?
Yeah, totally. No props.
So good. And can you believe that, like, she eventually started seeing him? Oh my god, I know.
And it's all
And then her
like,
twin sister showed up. This show is crazy.
and it's all like Selanag Apara Kihi Para My Little Princess Bobby Boo, and you're like, hold on.
My
wait.
love from another
Inquisitor.
star. And then she was totally like all up on his dick. And everyone's like, what is she saying? It sounds so beautiful in Elvish.
Codex entry: The Rebel God. The Dalish use Heralan to mean traitor to one's kin, but the word does not appear in any elven text before the Tower's Age. The ancient root word is related to Herilin, or opposition, and Helathin, or noble struggle. The Dalish call Fenheril a god of deception, but I posit a far more accurate translation would be God of Rebellion. What he rebelled against is a story lost to time. In Dalish legends, Fenheril seals away the other deities out of love of trickery. If we understood more ancient Elven, we might find earlier versions of the Droid Wolf story give him more nuanced motivation beyond spite.